there were speculations that Tinubu probably made a deal with them or that the information is too raw for the public. But whatever be the case, we want to know. So you might be asking, what is in those documents? Why would the FBI have 2,500 pages of documents for one man? What crime did Tinubu commit in the United States to have warranted such?
Crazy few weeks ahead of us, yes, and lots of occurring things will happen in the political space, both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. My name is Angelo. This is Nation Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us. Now, it's going to be a crazy few days for Bola Tinubu and for Nigerians too, whether you are at home or in diaspora, because these crazy 2 days, or few hours, let me say, are the days that have been stipulated by the Federal Bureau for Investigation, FBI, and the DEA and the CIA and other security agencies to make available the criminal records of Bola Ahmed Tinubu while he was in the United States. Whether or not he was indicted or not, whether or not he forfeited $460,000 will be evident in this particular court or in this particular documents that will be released by the FBI and other agencies. But it may interest you to know that Bola Tinubu filed a request to a court in the US to give an order to the FBI not to reveal or not to make available his criminal records. That particular court case is still on, and the appeal is yet to be granted, nor is it yet to be turned down. All right. So this is what we are going to be looking up to in the next few days. My first update today will be talking about what we were expecting from the 2,500-page document that contains Bola Ahmed Tinubu's alleged criminal records back in the United States. What we are going to be expecting from the records to be released either in few hours from now, talking about 30th day of October 2023, according to the FBI, will be unheard of. All right. Now, the truth is the DEA and the CIA and the FBI and other agencies have already concluded they had actually initially refused to reveal these criminal records to people who asked for it, David Hundeyin and his other colleague. All right. But over time, there were court injunctions, or let me say, there was a court order that delegated or that gave an order to the FBI and other agencies to release these documents. Bola Tinubu has filed a counter request for them not to be released. But there are things I would like you to look up to, or to look into before these files are released. This particular information would be what you would expect from the FBI 2,500 FBI files to be released by these agencies. First of all, it is going to be very, very evident, and it's going to shed more light on how long the FBI have been investigating Bola Ahmed Tinubu and how long they have been on his radar. You are going to also expect to see the alleged real names of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the one whom he had operated under at the US, and the same name which he used to perform all his illicit dealings back in the United States, and the names he answered from the onset. You are going to expect to get clarifications on the Chicago State University change of name saga and the identity theft that he was also caught up in recent times. Please watch this video. I have somebody very detailed in this information, someone that stays, of course, around where these things are happening, someone in the United States, not far, and then someone who also has a grip on this information. This video is going to give us a broad overview on what to expect on the criminal records to be released by security agencies about Bola Tinubu come this week.
You've probably heard of or read somewhere that the US law enforcement, like the FBI, DEA, IRS, and so forth, are planning to release Tinubu's records. And that is true, because on June 23rd, 2023, international journalist David Hundeyin and Aaron Greenspan, the owner of Plainside.org, filed a lawsuit against those US government agencies for refusing to honor the Freedom of Information request made about Bola Ahmed Tinubu. According to David Hundeyin, the The total size of Tinubu's files identified in their response to the FOIA last year was about 70,000 pages. Now, after the lawsuit, they agreed to release 2,500 pages. So why did the US government refuse to share this information at first? We don't know, but there were speculations that Tinubu probably made a deal with them or that the information is too raw for the public. But whatever be the case, we want to know. So you might be asking, what is in those documents? Why would the FBI have 2,500 pages of documents for one man? What crime did Tinubu commit in the United States to have warranted such? I'll give you clues. On July 26, 1993, a special agent with the Internal Revenue Service, Special Agent Kevin Moss, filed an affidavit with the U.S. District Court narrating how he investigated funds in certain bank accounts controlled by Tinubu, which represented proceeds of drug trafficking. This led to the forfeiture you've been hearing about. So his job is to investigate tax fraud and other financial crimes, including money laundering. So according to the investigation, here's what the FBI, DEA, and IRS know about Tinubu's drug network. An individual known as Abiodun Agbele arrived in the US from Nigeria in 1988 to live with his uncle, Muiz Akonde, who provided him an apartment in Hammond, Indiana. Muiz Akonde returned to Nigeria in 1990, but before he left, he introduced his nephew, Abiodun, who had just arrived in the US, to a heroin dealer named Lee Andrew Edwards. Abiodun would become a white heroin supplier to Lee. Now, business was moving fine until the DEA decided to set up Agbele to catch him red-handed in the drug dealing. So he sold 1 ounce of white heroin for $7,000 to a law enforcement agent. He was arrested immediately and agreed to cooperate by providing the information regarding the white heroin distribution network his uncle Muiz Akonde left in his care. During the interrogation, Abiodun sang like a bird. He first told law enforcement agents that his uncle was in the distribution of the white heroin. He actually controlled it from Nigeria with others in Nigeria and the US. Abiodun also told the DEA agent that his uncle set up a business called GlobeLink in 1985 and listed himself as an account executive in 1986. Abiodun also listed in an application that he was working for GlobeLink as a sales representative. Abiodun also mentioned that Bola Tinubu was part of the white heroin distribution network. Tinubu started off as the money washer. His job was to set up accounts and move the money around within the United States and to Nigeria under different aliases and in different banks. For example, Tinubu opened a bank account with $1,000 traveler's check on January 4th of 1990 into a now account at First Heritage Bank. And then 5 days later, $80,000 was deposited by wire transfer from Bank One in Houston by Merbank Akande. Then Tinubu opened another account in his name and in his wife Oluremi Tinubu's name. Then Oluremi Tinubu opened a joint account at the same bank with Audrey Akonde, Muiz Akonde's wife. Are you getting the gist now? So he was using bank accounts to receive and move money. So throughout that period, the IRS investigated him because of the deposits and unpaid taxes. The DEA and FBI were on him because of the white heroin that Muiz Akonde was shifting from Nigeria to Chicago and getting distributed from the front company, GlobeLink, they all claimed to work at. Agent Moss's affidavit gives clue on what Tinubu and his wife were into and what the FBI, IRS, DEA had on him. So now you see why we're all looking forward to the FBI files, because it will shed more light on how long the FBI began investigating Tinubu and if there were any arrest warrants or sealed records. We would also know which names Tinubu had as aliases. There has been speculations that his name is Amoda Ogunlere, Amoda Ikeni, Bola Tinubu, Shango Dele, and so forth. Too many names for one man. So these documents might even clarify the identity issues for Chicago State University. So as I said at the beginning of this video, the FBI agreed to release 2,500 documents on Tinubu. But on October 23, 2023, Tinubu filed a motion to block the US law enforcement agencies from releasing his records. All parties are now waiting for the final judgment. So we wait. But now you know what to expect in those records.
Right, those records are going to be mind-blowing. Yes, and that is the more reason why Bola Tinubu has told the security agencies and he has told the courts that release of those documents would really cause irreparable harm to him. Aside that of Chicago State University, the same appeal he has filed to the court is saying the same thing. He doesn't want these documents to be released because they would actually cause damages, not just to him, but maybe to his supporters and to Nigerians alike. Right now, I want to say categorically that election has its consequences. Right, I will get to that in the final update. But before I talk about that, one of the updates I have will be on Aisha Yusufu. You know, recently Aisha Yusufu came up in a video to say, to categorically state that Bola Tinubu was not her president and she can't regard him in such a capacity. Okay, reactions have trolled that video, and supporters of Bola Ahmed Tinubu have actually called for the DSS to quickly arrest Aisha Yusufu, who is a member of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council, over her own non-acceptance of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as her president and her recent comments on Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Nuhu Ribadu. Please watch the video where she had to overlay all those people who are trying to call for her arrest. And she told them what? She was fearless. She's been waiting for the DSS to arrest her because one who is in cause to fight for justice, equity, and let's say competence and transparency should not give fears to any other security agencies. Of course, there will be arrests, there will be court cases on you, but that shouldn't stop you from fighting for the truth. Watch Aisha Yusufu.
Most of you people, I'm sure you are used to hearing this my expression. It's an Esako kind of expression that we use in my place. There are so many people who are calling for Aisha Yusufu to be arrested at DSS. Oh, should arrest me and stuff like that. I mean, just citizens. I don't even know what they think governance is all about, or they think they are slaves and everything. Me, I've told them severally since 2014, since the day I decided to open my mouth, and start making demands. I was already ready for anything, whether it's arrest, whether it is being killed or whatever. And I said to people, you must be prepared for the worst if you're going to stand and go against people who think that they own a country, especially the kind of criminal enterprise that we have with our political class. And so I'm used to that. So when I see people, a lot of people have been calling, oh, DSS should come and arrest me. I'm like, fine. What the heck? The people that have been arrested by DSS, what happened to them? We'll go in there now, we'll stay. You imprison me. It's not people that are there. The people that are there, as far as I'm concerned, they are even freer than the ones that are outside, that are walking up and down. So for people who are asking that Aisha Yusufu, should be arrested, please, they should be calming down. No Allah. If that's the arrest, I'm always ready. I am Nigerian, 100% Niger. No shaking, no retreat, no surrender, no dey go anywhere. Now my country, na Nigeria. When I feel like I travel abroad often, when I want to, I travel out, I come back to my country. It's a choice. The fact that I'm in Nigeria is a choice. The fact that I'm not holding any other passport of any other country, it's my choice. And it's every decision I make, it will be my choice. It is all criminal enterprise that will be the ones to leave Nigeria for us. And for those who are calling that DSS should come and arrest me, you guys should be ashamed of yourself. They really should be ashamed of themselves.
Okay, Aisha Yusufu there, and we wouldn't like to delve much into this because she has already thrown more light on those who are actually dragging her out because she refused to accept Bola Tinubu as her president. Finally, I told you election has its consequences. Yes, especially if you allow yourself to be part of or to be blinded by ethnic sentiments, ethnic bigotry, political bigotry, and all that, okay, and tribalism. Let me say, why am I saying this? There is a video that has gone viral within the last few minutes of one of the supporters of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He was laying curses and he was even, making regretful statements in Yoruba dialect. Okay, he was alleging that things that have actually gone higher in this particular administration were of less cost during the past administration. So why will he let them suffer this cost if they have actually voted him into office wholeheartedly? He terms this as the height of ungratefulness, or let's say a height of maybe suffering or frustration from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Stay tuned.
See, mo talk about that one. What about the cat? Tebe, Ola òṣèlú olórí bútẹ́ ṣe, you know we said the truth. Olo baye yin jẹ ni. APC government for this country na shit. Why you go buy cement, cost why you go buy rice for 70,000 ṣé ẹ mọ ìyàwó ilé tán bá sùn nítorí oúnjẹ kán bá fi lé lóúnjẹ jẹ kọ́ mọ́ bá fi lé lóúnjẹ jẹ ìwọ tó bá fi lè sọ̀rọ̀ against fídíò yìí ọlọ́bàáyé rẹ̀ jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ tó bá ní ní ikú oró lẹ́kùú we are suffer ọlákọ́wà ní láti lè sọ̀rọ̀ àwa ń jẹun ebi ò pa wá láti lè sọ̀rọ̀ people are suffer a lot of people are suffer ayé yóò ní dáa ebi pa àwọn èèyàn ibẹ̀ náà senator they are doing meeting senator wan buy car for 160 million
for what
160 million because the road no good they wan buy car who dey do road no be senator dey do road
they give them road
we are going to enter streets
you know
we are going to block everywhere Nigeria dey suffer na APC we do we fought for APC we campaign for APC but we are suffer anything we wan talk am na almighty God almighty Allah will punish all of you
inshallah
we are suffer people are suffering
regardless of the party you are
people cannot do anything for this country na something dey wan kill us wetin happen each of you because of politics I know that you comment or you talk about this video anybody of you wey talk bad about this video ikú oró lọmọ yóò kú
inshallah
gbogbo àmọ́ yóò ṣòfò ní
inshallah
kí ló dé our parents wan suffer all our parents are suffering food are cost everything are cost for this country na God will punish you guys wetin dey happen we are going to enter street we go all kill anybody anything wan do for country kill us somebody are killing us before our president are killing us before the president are killing us before so it's better for us to carry gun give them ọlọ́pàá any policeman dey give gun make they clean youth na full how much the salary policeman how much you are collecting your parents and your children are suffering.
Okay, that was the video there, and these people would always talk. You know, these are one of the consequences of elections, right? Nobody is saying if other candidates were elected, there won't be times like this. Of course, for ends to meet, there will be times like this. But for them to come out publicly without even understanding the reason why they are making these claims, that should show you that at the first place, they never knew what they were doing, right? So we'll go further to delve into this and see how much more people are crying on the streets over the recent economic crunch that is trying to catch up with the country, that is, trying to transcend to a sort of suffering to the masses in Nigeria. The new hiking prices of food items, hiking fuel pump price, transportation, and other things has really caused a stir amongst the people of Nigeria and is a cause to worry amongst inhabitants back at home. Let us hope that things change soon. I'm so sorry for those who supported Bola Ahmed Tinubu because, of course, well, according to him, you might see light at the end of the tunnel soon. So let's hope things fall in place according to what your principal is saying. Thank you so much for staying with us. I hope you enjoyed our updates. I would like to urge you to see that you tap the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. Don't forget to like our videos. Don't forget to share our videos too to your family members, all social media platforms, your friends and family, both far and near, and watch till the end, because when you watch till the end, you'll be able to, get the updates till the last point. See you next time. Bye.